Hello, and welcome to the second part of looking into AB InBev's productivity system. Yes, we already looked at how does it look specifically and what are the benefits, but now of course it gets more interesting. Hooray! Because now we look into things that you could apply to your daily routine and also things that you need to tweak a little bit before trying out anything that AB InBev does. Because we want to make sure, or I want to make sure, that you are unstoppable and can reach your goals with the right productivity system in place. Then let's start right away with the things that you could apply without starting a brewing empire. Number one, standardize your routines. This means specifically create clear steps for morning routines, work session, creative processes. Because standardization, it reduces decision fatigue. Imagine you start your day, you really are excited to start your day and to have a productive day ahead of you. But instead of just focusing on making sure that you have a productive day ahead of you, you need to think about, what am I going to do next? Am I first going to brush my teeth, or am I going to get ready? And then also, what am I going to wear? Am I going to have breakfast? You see, already the list is long with possible questions. But by standardizing, for example, your morning routine, you know you can already focus your thoughts onto making sure that you have a good day, because you know, first you get up, you brush your teeth, you get ready, you already put your outfit ready, etc. This means having already a routine in place helps you to get up and to focus more your thoughts already on making sure that you have a productive day. One thing I like to also say is that when you have a routine in place, it helps you just to be again energized and motivated to work on certain things. For example, you want to start a new task, you want to exercise regularly. That is maybe a good example. Let's say you want to exercise regularly, and instead of just saying, okay, I get up, no, you can think about having a routine beforehand that motivates you, that encourages you to just get up your gear and to go and exercise as well. So really having a system in place can be helpful to come in when, motivation might go off. You can say, no, I have my system in place. It can help me to just focus on getting the things done instead of negotiating, am I going to this first? Am I going to do that first? No, having a system in place can help you achieve your goals. Point number two, eliminate waste. For example, ask yourself, what slows me down? What adds no value? What can I remove? Less clutter equals more clarity. That is something I always like to look at, is when you have a big project in front of you. Sometimes you hear so much information. Person A says this, person B says that, and so on and so on. And at some point you're like, so much information in front of me. But instead, look at a task, for example, and think about what is the most important thing. What can I just eliminate? What is not really necessary? And by just removing everything, things become more clear for you. Things become more clear in terms of what you should be doing next, what you shouldn't be focusing on, etc. Another point that you could consider is, for example, also to work in a clean environment. For example, you have a lot of items on your desk. Think about just put it aside so that you have in front of you a clean workspace, and instead of looking, oh, I have this next to me, oh, maybe I should put this somewhere else. You see, you easily get distracted. But if you have a clean working space, it helps you just to focus on the task you have ahead of you. So remember, eliminate waste. This will help you to stay focused on the goal and achieve what you have in mind. Point number three, use data to guide decisions. This means specifically, you can track your habits, measure your progress, or let numbers replace assumptions. This means specifically data can help you to refine your decisions. It can help you to refine the work output you're doing, or also it can help you to be motivated to work on the task you're working on. One thing I like to do is, for example, I track my exercising habits. I track how much I run, for example, and how fast. And then at the end of the month, I see, I'm already behind last month. I run already less times. I definitely have to go to the gym and exercise. This is maybe one example, but I'm sure you can name many more other examples that are there to help you when you look at the data, that you think, okay, maybe I need to adjust this, or this is not so relevant for me right now, let me adjust it. And that is something very useful. One thing though I would like to add here is, don't use data for everything. So data when you go to the bathroom, data when you drink, data what you had to eat. Because if you have too much data, you might be like, this is too much. But use data to track your habits for things that are important for you. Things that matter for your life, things that will help you move your life forwards. Point number 4, empower yourself. If something is broken, stop and fix it. Don't push through inefficiency. I know it might sound obvious, but sometimes you think, okay, this is the routine, I have to do it that way, and somebody told me this is important to follow it this way. But instead, ask yourself, why is this important? Why am I doing this? And then, very important, on top, how could this be improved? If the mission is to achieve that, but how about then we change it so we can still achieve the same mission? Because by asking yourself this question, is there something that still can be improved? It will help you to have the Kaizen style continuous improvement cycles. And if you just change something, like just 1%, it can still have a big impact. Because as you change this 1% consistently, you see my hands are moving up. 1% here, 1% there, 1% here, 1% there, and you build up this momentum of continuous improvements, which in the end can help you to reach big improvements that just by thinking of it alone might have taken you ages. But as you've done the continuous improvements, you will see progress happening along the way. Point number 5, build systems that scale. Create workflows you can repeat. Design habits that survive busy days. And most importantly, think like a global operator. Doesn't it sound amazing? Think about whatever you're doing right now. Think about if you could use it for other processes, other steps. For example, you create a standard procedure. Think about, can you even generalize this procedure more so that you can apply it to many different aspects? So instead of each time adapting it, fine-tuning it, copying it and adapting it, fine-tuning it, it takes a lot of time. But if you think about the standard process, think about as using it for other points to just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. You see, implementation can be much smoother. This means, for example, specifically, if you have an email, a message that you need to send out every day, every week, or every month, think about using templates so that you can just modify certain parts. Or think about other parts that you need to repeat every single time, and you do it each time manually, like, let's see how it's going to work out. Instead, use the standardization process to help you that no matter what, you are consistent throughout times. Okay, here we have it. These are the 5 things that you could apply to your own daily routine. But before you try out each of them, let's first look at the points that you need to adjust before doing anything that AB InBev does. Adjustment number 1, shift from effort to ownership. AB InBev succeeds because everyone acts like an owner. You must do the same. You heard that? So instead of saying, yeah, it was this person's decision, it has nothing to do with me, think about, you are the owner of the company. What kind of changes would you do in order to, of course, increase sales, but also increase operations, make it more efficient in order to reach each of the goals that you have set for yourself or for the company that align with the bigger picture itself. And that is something very important, because if you take that ownership, it shows that you are proactive with certain tasks. You come up with ideas that are going to be helpful, but make sure that you own those tasks instead of just proposing and say, it was not me. I think this person needs to implement it and that person needs to implement it. No, remember, imagine taking those things as if you're the owner. That is something very important in order to adjust for you to be unstoppable. Adjustment number 2, embrace measurement. If you don't track it, you can't improve it. And that's something very important. Look at your output at work, for example. Look at if you are consistent with the things that you supply, if you're consistent with the times that you, for example, clock into work. And by looking and tracking those kind of habits, you can see, maybe the quality is here, or I can still improve more on the quality. Because if you don't track it, it's almost like you're like this inside. You're like, okay, I think everything is fine. I'm on track, I'm okay. But no, open your eyes, have a look at the data, have a look at the things that you're producing on a daily basis, so that you can also know what are the things that I need to improve on in order to be unstoppable. Adjustment number 3, build discipline gradually. Global efficiency, it takes practice. Yes, this means specifically, when you started, don't expect that from day 1, everything is going to be efficient. Hooray! No, instead build it up gradually. Start with one fine-tuned aspect here. Start with one global practice here. Start with one standardization aspect here. And as you do it consistently, you will first of all also gain more experience, but also you will have the confidence to set up those global practices that are applicable everywhere. Adjustment number 4, align your system with your goals. AB InBev system works because it matches their mission. Your system must match yours. For example, AB InBev thinks about dreaming big to create more future moments of cheers. This is their mission that they have in mind, the purpose that they're aiming for. But look at what specifically is your purpose. What do you want to achieve? Because if this is clear for you, you can then have a look at what kind of systems do I have in place. And if you remember, we had one of the points where we looked at eliminate waste. There you can look at specifically, is the system specifically helpful for me in order to reach my goals? Or can I just put something out and instead put from another company or another productivity system in place in order to be, of course, unstoppable and also to reach my goal. This means, for example, let's say you are an athlete and you want to be the top athlete in your area. Maybe then in this case, focusing on improving and creative skills doesn't really add value unless you want to do it in your free time. It means specifically have a look at what is your overall purpose, what is your goal that you want to achieve, what kind of skills do you want to improve on, and then have a look at what kind of productivity systems you put in place in order to achieve that. But for sure, one thing that can be helpful, look at things, how you can, for example, standardize your morning routine. Because by having this morning routine, it can just help you to clear out your mind, focus on following each of the steps while you can already prepare yourself, for example, for having a super successful exercising day. So you see, look at what kind of purpose you have in mind, what kind of mission you want to achieve, or what kind of skills you want to work on, and see if that productivity systems you put in place are there to help you achieve that. If they don't, good thing is, at least you tried it out, you have experience about it, and then you can adjust it and focus on trying out, for example, something new. So that's AB InBev's productivity system. It's lean, it's disciplined, data-driven, and built on a belief that ownership creates excellence. But the real lesson isn't about brew beer like AB InBev or just copy their dashboards. No. Instead, it's about thinking about what kind of systems you put in place that help you be the future unstoppable version of yourself. What kind of discipline you put in place in order to reach your goals specifically, or what kind of focus, what values you want to focus on in order to reach your mission. All right, here we are at the end of the video. Let me know in the comments which points you liked and which points also you would like to hear more of, because there are more of those videos coming up where we look at companies, where we look at productivity system of celebrities or even entire countries. I'm curious to hear from you. Until then, remember to subscribe to the channel and of course see you soon. And check out the blurbs I put for you at the end of the video, just to give you a bit of an impression of how fun it is recording some of the videos for you. Bye! No, instead it's this company, it's as something as if they're the owners, as if they're the owners. Point, this is not 5. Point, tastes like a stellary, mixture between Stella and brewery. Stellary, new word. No, put it in the blurbs and there next. Companies, countries in all of the 50. But yeah, choke. But the real lesson isn't about brew beers like AB InBev or just copy their dashboards. No at all. No at all. No at all. Cut it off.